How to configure syslog on FortiGate, a step-by-step guide. In this tutorial, we will walk you through the process of configuring syslog on a FortiGate firewall. Syslog is a standard protocol used to send log messages to a centralized logging server. This is particularly useful for monitoring, troubleshooting, and auditing network activity. We will cover 4 different scenarios, ranging from a single syslog server with a single VDOM to multiple syslog servers with multiple DOMs. Scenario 1. One syslog server and one FortiGate VDOM. Step 1. Configure syslog via the GUI. 1. Log into the FortiGate web interface. 2. Navigate to Log and Report Log Settings. 3. Enable syslog logging. 4. Enter the IP address of the syslog server. 5. Click Apply. Step 2. Configure syslog via the CLI. If you prefer using the command line, follow these steps. Config log syslog setting. Set status enable. Set server IP address of syslog server. End. Step 3. Verify the configuration. To view the syslog configuration, use the following command. Show log syslog setting. Scenario 2. One syslog server and multiple FortiGate VDOMs. In this scenario, the syslog server is configured in the global context, and syslog-override is disabled in the VDOM. Step 1. Configure syslog in the global context. Config global. Config log syslog setting. Set status enable. Set server IP1. End. Step 2. Disable syslog override in the VDOM. Config DOM. Edit DOM1. Config log setting. Set syslog override disable. End. Next. Explanation. FortiGate will use the management VDOM to generate syslog traffic and send it to the syslog server via a routable interface in the management VDOM. Scenario 3. Multiple syslog servers and multiple FortiGate VDOMs. In this scenario, each VDOM has its own syslog server. If syslog override is enabled in a VDOM, it will use the syslog server configured in that VDOM. Step 1. Configure syslog in the global context. Config global. Config log syslog setting. Set status enable. Set server IP1. End. Step 2. Configure syslog in the VDOM. Config DOM. Edit DOM1. Config log setting. Set syslog override enable. End. Config log syslogd override setting. Set status enable. Set server IP1. End. Scenario 4. Multiple syslog servers and multiple FortiGate VDOMs. In this scenario, you can configure up to 4 syslog servers per VDOM. You can also set filters to send specific logs to each server. Step 1. Configure syslog in the global context. Config global. Config log syslogd setting. Set status enable. Set server IP1. End. Config log syslogd to override setting. Set status enable. Set server IP2. End. Step 2. Configure syslog in the VDOM. Config DOM. Edit DOM 1. Config log setting. Set syslog-override enable. End. Config log syslogd setting. Set status enable. Set server IP1. End. Config log syslogd to setting. Set status enable. Set server IP2. End. Tech problems? We've got you covered. Subscribe TeachMemax for easy tutorials, quick fixes, and expert tips on computers, networks, and software. Hit the bell and join our TechMemax community today.